Well, we all wondered how Will Smith would spin all of this. I had a feeling that this would be happening, but it's basically an all new hilarious low for Will Smith. As somebody who has suggested the man needs some therapy, I'm not sure that he's going for the right reasons. But of course, they made sure to put out a big press release about, um, you know, all this bending over Olympic levels of stretch going on to justify striking another human being over a joke is actually saddening. I see it all the time. A lot of people who are just either young or misguided trying to justify this stuff. And then now kind of the mainstream stream press is out there trying to justify, Will Smith striking this person too is also ridiculous. But that's either, I suppose, here nor there. Let's take a look. Will Smith, quote, to have therapy to resolve issues from his youth. Yeah, definitely wasn't. It was definitely not Jada Pinkett Smith clowning you in front of the whole world. It was your childhood that led to all of this. It definitely wasn't, feeling like you needed to regain your masculinity. It couldn't possibly, like, he's protecting Jada here, almost certainly. And which is almost admirable if it wasn't so pathetic. After the slap heard round the world, actor Will Smith will now seek therapy to explore his unresolved childhood issues that he is, quote, battling to save his career and reputation. In a shocking event at the 94th Academy Awards, Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage after the comedian made a joke about his wife. A source close to Mark Mason, who co-wrote Miss Smith's 2021 memoir, Will, said the actor was, quote, deeply triggered by Rock's comments about his wife's alopecia. Oh my God. It's not terminal cancer, all right? And by the way, she's worth $100 million. She can get new hair, all right? She can buy all the fanciest wigs. She can have all the fanciest hair transplant therapy or surgery she wants. So I don't even want to hear it, all right? As it took him straight back to his traumatic childhood. Let's stop right there. How? Well, friends claim Smith reacted aggressively after he felt like a coward for failing to intervene when he saw his father strike his mother when he was 9. I mean, I guess I don't know what a 9-year-old's going to do against a grown man, but I guess I can relate to. Well, I can't relate to that, but like, I think I can understand. Even like just as a man, you want to protect your mom, but I don't think that's why he did it. I think this is a carefully crafted PR move to paint Will Smith as like this guy who's battled his demons his whole life. No, this is 110% because of Jada's clowning him and the world viewing him as a cuck. That's all. It has nothing to do with him stuff happening when he was 9 years old. It just doesn't. The day after it, Smith took to Instagram to apologize. The source said that Smith was horrified by the turn of events and is filled with a deep sense of shame. Oh, is he? That's why we saw him immediately after winning his Oscar show up at the Variety after party and dance and sing and raise his Oscar overhead, rap his songs, taking selfies with people. He looked fully deep of shame. Or when his son's tweet got 200,000 likes, or I don't know, 1 million likes or whatever, basically saying that's how we do it. That's how real N-words do it. Kid, you don't even know what being hard's about. You've grown up with a silver spoon on like whatever's better, a platinum spoon in your mouth your whole life. You never had to work for a thing. Don't come out here acting all hard. All right, let's be real. So then he goes, the source says, he is happy to have some more therapy for his unresolved childhood issues and will do what he can to make good on his momentary lapse in judgment. Essentially, though, Will was deeply triggered by Chris's demeaning comments about his wife's alopecia. I don't I don't buy this. This time he didn't take it sitting down and retaliated. Unfortunately, 50 million people across the globe saw, the source said. 100 million now, probably. You know, I don't, the Academy Awards reportedly told members the top officials are outraged over the incident. CNN reported the letter from the Academy president, David Rubin, and CEO Dawn Hudson says the group is working on determination of an appropriate action for Smith, which could take a few weeks. Well, I imagine it is going to take a few weeks because they want to let everything die down. Meanwhile, you have Amy Schumer saying she's triggered and suffering from the event. Why, I don't know, because you got to make it about you. Days after the Oscars, Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes both hosted the event, who both hosted along with Regina Hall, have added to a growing mountain of response to criticism and hot takes regarding the Chris Rock and Will Smith slap. On Instagram, under a picture of herself, Schumer penned a caption that first started as a plug for her upcoming tour and her new Hulu series, Life and Beth. We can all agree the best way to unpack what happened to stream is to stream my series and to see the full tour this fall. However, she quickly shifted gears and addressed the big moment. But for real, still triggered and traumatized. She wrote, I love my friend Chris Rock and believe he handled it like a pro, stayed up there and gave an Oscar to his friend Questlove, and the whole thing was so disturbing. So much pain in Will Smith. Anyway, I'm still in shock and stunned and sad. I'm proud of myself and my co-host, but yeah, waiting for the sickening feeling to go away from what we all witnessed. Wanda Sykes' full response will come during an appearance on The Ellen Show set for April 7th, but in a teaser for the upcoming episode, Sykes tells DeGeneres, I just feel so awful for my friend Chris. It was sickening. I physically felt ill. I'm still a little traumatized by it. And for them to let him stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this? This is just the wrong message. You assaulted somebody, you get escorted out of the building, and that's that. For them to let him continue, I thought it was gross. Well, you know what, Wanda? You had the power to say something. You had the microphone, right? So did Amy Schumer. You know, you don't get a lot of points coming out days later to say it, but like, you know, it is the right take. I thought he should have been escorted out immediately. But I do like how they're making... I like how Amy Schumer makes it about her. That's classic Amy Schumer. I wonder where she found that statement. She probably... What other comedian wrote what she wrote so she could get it first? Or she could steal it. You see Robin Givehand writing, Will Smith spit-polished thuggery and disrespect. There's an exquisite power embedded in fame, formality, and in fashion, in a way of blinding people from the thuggery right in front of them. Because when one strips away the rituals of the glitter associated with the Oscars, thuggery is what television viewers witnessed when actor Will Smith assaulted Chris Rock in front of a live audience. Can we say thuggery? White people can't call it that. Okay, a black woman wrote this, so all right. I'm just using her words, all right? The reason that anyone lashes out on another human being are complicated and often vaguely connected to the precipitating event, which was the case in Rock's mean-spirited joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. The actor seemed to acknowledge the complexity of his emotions when he offered the first two mea culpas. The first, only minutes after, when he accepted the Oscar for Best Actor, was a tearful and excuse-laden ramble in which he cast himself as a flawed guardian angel who was simply trying to do the work that God had chosen him to do. Love will make you do crazy things, Smith said during the speech Sunday, which really isn't true. Love may make a person yell a rebuke to an insulting comic. It might make you consider all sorts of irrational acts, but love does not force you to behave like a violent clod and then wait a day before you publicly apologize to the person you actually clobbered. In the immediate aftermath after it, the Oscars audience applauded. Smith partied, and many of his fans defended him. Yet Smith was really nothing more than a gussied up equivalent of a street corner punk who throws punches because someone disrespected his girlfriend or sullied his sneakers or looked at him the wrong way. That guy's emotions are complicated too. The hitting is about more than that pivotal moment. To paraphrase fellow nominee Denzel Washington, who tried to calm down and overwrought Smith, the devil doesn't just come for a person during their highest moment. The devil is always lurking. The culture has little patience for damaged thug in a t-shirt and jeans who's lucky to have his power extends to the length of the neighborhood block. But it has the stamina to dissect the psychic pain of a mogul in a made-to-measure Dolce & Gabbana tuxedo. It has the wherewithal to pause and consider the complexity of a powerful black man who says that he was protecting his powerful black wife when society too often doesn't have the patience to deal with anonymous black folks just trying to get by. I 100% agree. This is privilege. That's what she's saying. Make no mistake, money and fame are not antidotes to despair, but there are privileges associated with both. Society is quick to shun, stigmatize, and belittle the blue-collar street fighter. Local cops tag him as a troublemaker. Maybe his job gets wind of his behavior, and he finds a reason to send him packing. At minimum, he's dubbed a bully. This is exactly what I was talking about with all this. Like, regular folks don't get this kind of, like, all the people that are like, yeah, I would have done it too. No, dude, we suffer real consequences, okay? Regular people. And Will Smith suffers none. When you have Jussie Smollett suffers none. Well, I suppose you could say Harvey did, but like, it's rare when somebody rich and powerful suffers any consequences whatsoever. And like, ultimately, you know, we know how this all shook out, but no, dude, I don't have any time for anyone defending Will's actions, and you shouldn't either. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.